Welcome to Youth Unfiltered,
the show where we move away from the grooving and the turning up and instead focus on the actual issues affecting our youth today. Featuring actual youth, completely unfiltered. My name is Sibu Mpanza, and today I'm joined by three people who just get families to talk all things family dynamics, home life, and everything in between. Please help me welcome Ayanda, Mpumi, and Jodal. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
In the past, you could only live with your partner after marriage, especially in the black community. So nowadays, we've changed that up, and there's a word for it called sit. So now you live with your partner way before marriage. It's like a child marriage to know what you're getting into.
I think family dynamics have changed in a way of lighter relationships with kids and parents.
For the most part, we've had quite a great shift from how families would normally do things. Things that were actually considered immoral back then by other families are now considered a norm.
Okay, guys, so we have a lot to unpack today, but I just wanted to start with, how have you observed family life evolving over time?
I think communication and transparency is the tool for balancing. Because I feel like we also need to educate our parents, because they did not grow up in such societies that we're growing up in right now. So I feel like us communicating, that would be great to balance everything out.
But it's also really hard trying to communicate that, because I think that, you could be earning 5,000 Rand a month and your parents are thinking you're earning 50 grand and putting all these expectations on you. I don't know about you, but I feel a lot of guilt when I tell my parents, oh, sorry, I can't help you out with this, this month. I hope that makes sense.
And I also think that, changing your perception of black tax is very important. You can't always see it as if it's a burden. It should be a thank you for taking care of me.
I love that.
So would you say it's more of Ubuntu in African?
Definitely more of Ubuntu. What you see at home, you continue to do.
Yeah, I think the difficulty then comes in when you feel like you don't have an understanding family. When you have that one uncle who's like, how's a Jopek? What do you mean you can't send me money for my car, for me to fix my car? That's when it gets really rough. I think nowadays something that I've noticed a lot with South African families, especially with our generation, is that we mix not just racially, but culturally. The chances of you dating somebody who's part of your culture, very low, like it's gonna be a mixed masala.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a positive thing in the current landscape?
With me, again, my parents are very liberal, so as long as you are happy, like that's always been the conversation, with me and my family. But I don't know about you ladies.
Well, my family is very big, you understand, and we have a lot of cultural diversity within my family. So I don't think it would be that much of a big deal, because we have Tonga, Zulus, Swatis. So I feel like if I also bring someone who's outside of our culture, it would be really interesting to them.
I dated a man who's from KZN, and when I told my mom that, she was like, hey.
Zulu man.
Yes.
Traditional Zulu man.
Oh, she almost had a freak out. She's like, Jodal, you're probably not going to be the only one. I was like, no. Don't say that. So for her in the beginning, it was like quite a challenge. And like even when I brought up the chat about Lobola with my dad, I was like, oh, how would you feel about that? He's like, he's not going to give you money. He's going to buy you a house and he's going to put it in your name. That sort of thing.
Heat. We're getting unfiltered here and I love it.
No, I do not believe in black tax. I feel like you were brought onto this earth for a reason, you know what I mean? Like, they are making their own living for you, and then now for you, it's like time for you to pass it on to your generation.
Personally, when it comes to black tax, I think it's something we should start phasing out, because sometimes it can get really toxic. I know, because I know someone like that in my family, and I know the effects that it has on him, so I think it should be phased out.
I actually do believe in black tax. I think it shouldn't even be viewed as black tax, but it's basically giving back to the family that raised you. So it's kind of a form of gratitude and appreciation, just to say thank you, because they did go through a lot to raise you.
I want to chat about technology a little bit, right? Because we live in a completely different time to our parents, for example. Do you think that plays a role in how we keep our family bonds, especially with some of us who are moving away? You moved to Res outside of family.
We have our own family group and everyone likes sending like memes. I think that it's helped because also I stay at Res and you know, every day or every other day my parents would call, check in. That I think really has brought us close because it's also helped with our communication. Yeah. We didn't tell each other often when I was, you know, at home how much we love each other, how much we appreciate each other. And it's also so nice, like finally hearing that quite often, like, oh, I love you. Yeah. You know, before the call ends. Yeah. Before it just used to be a whack thing, but now we are saying I love you. So, yeah.
I mean, for me, I just started a new job. So I need all of the encouragement that I can get, you know, so literally having my mom on a video call, she encourages me every morning. If we need to pray, we are going to pray through video calls. So I absolutely love what technology has done for families.
I can imagine in like one household where imagine you guys are there sitting in the same room, but then everyone is busy with their phones. So I feel like that does kind of break some bonds somewhere there. Yeah. If you just know how to use technology the right way, then it will definitely work for you.
Absolutely.
I can definitely tell you one positive that's very close to my heart. My mother passed away recently, and it's been so lovely being able to go back on WhatsApp and listen to her voice, because she used to send me voice notes all the time. So just having that bond before, I'm so sorry for making it, but just having that bond before and now being able to go back and just hear her voice. And that's the thing, it's not just chat, it's actually her voice and being able to hear it like whenever I want to. So definitely can be very, very positive. So we've gotten to my favorite part of the show where we get to cancel something that has to do with the topic at hand. So we're talking family dynamics, canceling any concept. I think the one thing that I would love to cancel, having a half sibling here and a half sibling. I think it's okay to blend families. I think.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that it's
No, I'm saying it's okay. I want to cancel the idea that it's wrong because, guys, smadala, guys, you know?
I put my head down.
Hell no.
No, but let me tell you why,
Okay.
so I can stand up for myself,
Sure.
okay? Right now, where I am in life, I'm 22. I can't imagine being somebody's mommy right
Fair.
now,
Fair.
okay?
For me, guys, like, I would like to cancel, you know, this thing of, yo, you are so fat, like you're so stooda. You know, like those kind of comments, you know, from family gatherings, like you'll hear like really weird comments, and I really want that to stop.
I love that. I love that.
So what I would like to cancel is financial pressure.
Speak
I'm
on it.
saying this because once I get a job, I don't want to be giving people money. So they must know right now.
I would like to cancel the fact that women can't be the breadwinners in the household. Men should be okay with being looked after, being looked after and being cared for. There's nothing wrong with that. Bask in it, embrace it.
Okay, guys, you heard it yourself. If you want to be a house husband, it's okay. It's the 2020s.